everyone, Luke here, hope you're doing well. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about avoiding SADS. And so SADS is just an acronym for Seasonal Affective Disorder. That's why we have this frowny face. Okay, so Seasonal Affective Disorder is basically just the feeling of not feeling quite as good during the winter months. Okay, and it's something most people experience, at least to a certain extent. Obviously, for some people, it's worse than others. You know, I myself experience it a little bit, and it's something that needs to be talked about and what we can do about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what we can do. Okay, so first of all, I would say you need to embrace the cycle. Okay, so winter is just part of the cycle. So you need to embrace the cycle. So it's important to come to that psychological understanding and understand that winter is a more reflective time. It's not as much of an outward moving sort of time. It's a time where traditionally, if you were a farmer, right, you'd already done your harvest and the snows were coming and you were mostly at home with the fire, and then you were living off of your harvest from the summer. Okay, so it's important to make that distinction, understand what's happening, and to just embrace winter. Okay, so by embracing the cycle, we can also embrace the fact that we need to slow down a little bit. Okay, which is fine. Many people don't want to slow down, but if we embrace the cycle, understand that we need to slow down a little bit during these months, then that can help us psychologically, okay, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Okay, so that means you might need a little bit more sleep, maybe. So if you slow down, you might need more sleep. Okay, even if it's just an extra hour, right? Maybe you were sleeping like 8 hours during the summer, and during the winter you might need 9 hours. Okay, set up your life so you can sleep that extra hour. Okay, you might need more sleep. You might need just more rest. Okay, more just laying around. Okay, it's hard in our society because we're expected to work a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, all the times of the year. So that can be hard for some people. In an ideal scenario, you want to structure your life where you're self-employed, or you can take off more time during the winter, maybe a little bit, to rest more. Okay. So yeah, just getting more rest, more sleep, and understanding that is something that's important. Okay, it's okay to slow down a little bit during the winter. Okay, and hopefully during the summer you were doing, it's okay to do the opposite a little bit. Okay, so during the summer, it's okay sometimes to get a little less sleep and a little bit less rest, and maybe hustle a little bit more. Okay, because again, that's when your energy levels are higher. Maybe you want to focus more on business, focus on making more money during the summer, and that way you could be more prepared for the winter, and you can kind of reap the harvest. Okay, but during the summer you want to be planting your crops and harvesting it, right? And so during the spring and summer, maybe work a little harder, work a few more hours. And then that way during the fall and winter, you can, relax and slow down a little bit more. Okay, so that is one thing that might help you. Okay, other things we can do. Okay, we're not getting as much sunshine. Okay, during the winter months, so we can take vitamin D. Now, I recommend that everyone on a program take vitamin D3. Okay, so what we do is we do Nutritional Balancing Science. Part of this is supplementation with minerals and vitamins, and part of what I recommend to people is vitamin D3, okay, 5,000 units a day of vitamin D3, okay? The brand doesn't seem to matter too much. I do prefer Endomit Labs, but vitamin D3, 5,000 units a day, okay? So vitamin D3 is something that we produce when we get contact with the sun, okay? Now you need it during the summer because it's been proven that our bodies don't quite make enough from the sun. And that you get a health boost even during the summer when you take this much, but especially during the winter months, increasing taking some vitamin D3 can help increase your natural vitamin D3 levels and kind of mimic what you would experience during the summer months when you're getting more sun contact. Okay, also just making sure that you get some sun, so get as much sun as possible. Okay, just get some sun. And I know that this is harder during the winter months, but if it's cold and sunny outside, you can still go out in the sun for a little bit, even if it's through your clothing. It'll help your mood a little bit, especially if you go out in the morning, get some of that morning sun if it's not raining and cloudy, obviously. Okay, So, vitamin D3 can help. Getting some sun, that also actually increases your vitamin D3 as well. Okay, so it's like a more natural way to get some vitamin D3. Although I do recommend everyone take some vitamin D3 supplementation. Okay. Another one, more red meat. Now this might surprise you actually, huh? So more red meat. So people in colder climates always naturally eat more red meat, right? So if you think of like, if you live near the equator, right? Winter obviously is not as harsh. There's more fruits and things like that, and people that live in those climates they don't generally eat as much red meat. Where if you live somewhere like Norway, think about especially your ancestors, right? What did they live off? They lived off hunting like elk and things like that, deer, or things in the forest, and then maybe some berries, maybe some root vegetables during the winter months. Not really berries, but maybe some root vegetables during the winter months, and then also like fish and things like that. And so, especially if you live in a colder climate during the winter months, you want to maybe eat more red meat. Okay, so red meat is very yang. Okay, and winter is the most yin season. Okay, it's colder, wetter, and things like that. Whereas red meat is more yang. And in macrobiotics, if you ask a lot of macrobiotic instructors, they'll tell you that during the winter and summer, you might want to change your diet a little bit. So during the summer, it's okay to eat a little bit more fruit, a little bit more raw vegetables, a little more salads and smoothies and things like that. Whereas during the winter, you want to eat more red meat. And during the summer, you don't want to eat quite as much red meat because it makes your body out of balance. Okay, so the goal is balance. And to balance yourself during the winter, you probably will feel better if you increase your red meat. Okay, I would say minimum eat red meat during the winter months. 2 to 3 times a week. If you live in a cold climate, like I was talking about somewhere like Norway or something like that during the winter, you could increase your red meat even a little bit more, maybe up to 4 to 5 times a week, I would say. Okay, although in general you don't want to go over that amount. But try eating more red meat, and if you're not eating much red meat at all, during the winter, try to eat some red meat. So some beef, preferably grass-fed beef, some bison, okay, some elk, venison, things like that. Or eat lamb. Lamb's another very good one, probably our favorite one. And that can help you during the winter months as well. Okay, it has those good fat-soluble vitamins. There's vitamin D in the meat, and again, it heats up the body. Okay, another one is using the sauna. Okay, so specifically, we like the near-infrared sauna. I have some videos where I talk about companies that I like. You can do a search for near-infrared sauna on this YouTube channel, and to a certain extent, it's mimicking the sun a little bit, right? Some of the heating effect and the light waves. To a certain effect, it's like getting some sun, right? It's like almost like when you use the near-infrared sauna, it's almost like getting a little bit of artificial sunlight. Okay, so you're increasing your vitamin D levels, your testosterone levels. You're getting all those good hormonal effects. It's heating up your body, which can be a problem during the winter. Especially if you have low body temperature, like most people in our society do, and they're chronically cold, and have poor circulation, that getting in that sauna and getting that sweat, heating up your body, will help regulate your body temperature better. It'll help you stave off colds and flus that you might be more susceptible to during the winter months. It'll help you relax during the winter. It'll help you sleep better. It'll help your skin. The sauna is very, very good, especially during the winter months. Okay, because again, it's especially important because you're not in the sun as much, and your body temperature isn't getting raised as much during the winter months. Okay, and again, because most people in our society have poor circulation and have chronically low body temperatures. Okay, and you imagine that people suffering from SADS, it's even worse. Okay, it's even worse during the winter months. Okay, so we especially want to use the sauna during the winter months, okay, because we'll get all those positive hormonal effects that we talked about. Okay, so I would say that's about it for this video. Okay, so first of all, it's okay to understand that it's going to happen. It happens to everyone. Okay, everyone gets seasonal affective disorder, at least to a certain point. Okay, although it does affect some people much more than others. If it's affecting you more than it should, that's a sign that you're in poor health. And many people, they can't handle stressors. Okay, and winter is some of a stressor to the body, and they're getting sick all the time, and they don't feel good during the winter, partially because their bodies are too yin and they're sickly. Okay, so first of all, you want to heal your body. Okay. Now, my name is Luke, and I recommend people do what's called a nutritional balancing program to help heal themselves. And by doing that, you will be able to withstand winter much better. Okay. But besides that, you want to embrace the cycle. Okay. Understand it's going to happen. Okay. You want to slow down. It's okay to have more sleep, more rest, more laying around during the winter. It's okay to embrace that. You want to take 5,000 units of vitamin D3 a day. Okay. You want to get some sun if you can. Okay. Especially waking up early, getting some of that winter sun. Okay. If it's not cloudy. Okay. Eating more red meat. That's a secret trick that many people don't know, and that's a trick that we learned from macrobiotics. And then also using the sauna. Okay, using the sauna, it really helps. Like we talked about, kind of mimic the sun, heat it up your body, get some of those hormonal effects, and also help you fight infections that you might get. Okay, because obviously during the winter months, you're gonna get. You're more likely to get a cold or the flu or whatever sort of infection. Okay, and the sauna, it really helps boost your immune system and helps you fight off those infections so you don't get sick. Because who wants to get sick? Okay. Anyways, hope that helps you guys out. You can contact me if you want to do a program. Luke Pryor at protonmail.com. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more information like this, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye.